はい。というわけでですね、次はね、ソニックドリームチームということで、Apple TV でプレイされるゲーム、Apple アーケードのサブスクリプションサービスに加入しているとできるゲームということでですね、ちょっとどんなゲームかよくわかってないんですけど、なんか前もしかしたら見たことあるかもしれないような、ないようなって感じですね。ちょっとね、あの、なかなかゲーム始まらないんですけど、なんかね、おっさんのフリートーク聞いても面白くないやろうなと思って黙ってましたけど、ちょっと僕も耐えきれずに出てきました。ここからね、ソニックタイム的な感じ、こう画面見てもらうと、本家の画面見てもらうとね、4つ連続ソニックのゲームが続く感じで、ソニックの時間という感じですね。ソニックドリームチーム、クラシックソニックトリロジー、ソニックアドベンチャーデラックス、ソニックカラーズ。ちょっとね、僕、ちょっとこれはくしゃみ出そうで。なんかね、小学校の時に、ソニックのね、ゲームが、おお、はい、まもなく始まりそうな気がしますね。
incentive earlier, which please go ahead and get your donations in towards. We're so close to 2.6K. I want to see that get to halfway by the end of
ドネー
Sonic
ションの値上
Dream
げで
Team.
す
I want to
ね。
hear about your Sonic faves. It can be stages, it can be
もしかすると今
characters,
の
it can
僕
be
の薄いソニックのエピソードトーク聞きたかったらしますけど、
tracks,
まあでも
music
そろそ
tracks,
ろ始まり
anything
そう
you
なんで、
want. I want to hear about it, and I
大丈
also
夫か
want
な。
to hear about Sonic Dream Team from Argick and Huds as they do their adventure any percent race.
ほら、
Speed forward.
And welcome. You have these wonderful cutscene going on
はい、
right
お二人ともよく見る、ソニック
now.
でよく見るお二人が奏者って感じですね。
It may be a little loud just now. I promise you it will get turned down in a second. It's just a very loud cutscene that Huds wanted to run. Huds, I'll let you do your quick little intro right now. Let everybody know what's going to be happening.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment. Throat's a little bit tickly. So for the first time in probably a long time, I'm going to be relatively quiet during this run so I don't end up in a coughing fit. Arg is going to be taking the majority of the comms, but wonderful to be here back on Prevent-A-Thon. Really excited to do this run. Sonic Dream Team Adventure any percent glitched.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the glitches on this one. I will be taking over the
はい、
commentary.
言っておられましたけど、カテゴリーはね、
Sega, can we just
なん
get
つ
an
ったっ
animation
け、
in this style? Like, can we get a full cartoon?
アドベンチャーエニーパーセント
Quick synopsis
という
of
こ
the
とで、
story. Sonic and friends are going to come and save Cream the Banui, the best Banui, from the evil Dr. Eggman. It is Sonic Dream Team. Huds, are you ready to go, my friend? No, you're not. There you go.
No, I just did the intro video.
You need to go delete your save file, right? There you go. Okay, that's fine. Are you ready to begin the race?
Yep. I am ready
All right,
to
we
go,
are
mate.
going to go. Get ready on time. We're about to start this run in 3, 2, 1.
始まりますね。
Let's go! So welcome to Sonic Dream Team, everybody,
Rock
where we are going to be racing through the dream world. We are going to be using the power of the Reverie to try and, well, get it back from Dr. Robotnik, because he is managing to capture Cream's dreams, the pure, innocent Banui, as she is going to, well, she's pure and innocent, and we love her to bits. So we're going to be starting the game with our speed characters. We are starting with Amy Rose and Sonic T Hedgehog. Yes, that's his middle name is the. As we're going to be running through our first stage here in the scrambled
ソ
shores.
ニッ
We're going
ク
to be searching
T
for
H
the
ホッ
5
ク、ミ
red
ドルネー
star
ムがどう
rings.
こうみたいなこと
5
言って
red
まし
star
た
rings
ね。
are going to give us an extra dream orb. Dream orbs are important for the progression of the game. Each level you complete will give you 1 dream orb. We need 71 dream orbs in total to be able to get to the final boss, save Cream, save REM, and finish the level. You're going to see us go around all sorts of different ways. We're going to be grabbing keys. We're going to be going through checkpoints. We're going to be grabbing as many rings in that as we can. And you can see that we have the boost meter in the game. Huds,
ロストワールド系、
checkpoint abuse. We're going to be using
ロ
this
ス
a
トワールドっ
lot
て言いま
throughout
す
the
ね。
run. The main
コナ
gist
ン・ド
of
イル
it
の
is that
小
we will be
説
using
ですね。
checkpoints to go back to previous checkpoints if it allows us
多分
to
関係ない
skip
でしょう。
any of
はい。
extra
で、
things like different areas that we just
な
don't
ん
need to
か
go to
似てる
and
感
things
じです
like
と、
that. We're going to do our first little skip here.
キャラ
You can
ク
get
タ
up
ー
the door, you
6
can
種
attack
類
on the
から
jump,
選べ
you do a nice
て、
big run, you do a nice big jump, and
それ
then
ぞ
you
れ
use the
こ
homing
う
attack
動
to
きが
go
違う
under
という
the
ことで、
waterfall. You can see HUD's running massively ahead right now. However, one
夢工
important
場
thing
ド
about
キドキ
this,
パニッ
we are
ク
running on
の
an
や
Apple
つ。
TV. I am running on an original first gen Apple
マ
TV.
リオ USA みたいな、なんかその操作するキャラクターちょっと動き
Well,
が
he is
違うみたいなね。
upgraded to a later generation and therefore has better loading times. However, for a race that doesn't
この
really
女の
matter,
子
as we
が
will be going into IGT to see who is the overall winner. So the goal is HUDs is going to pull ahead real time, but will I be able to catch up in the game time?
誰なの
That
か
is
ってこ
going
とで
to
すけ
be
ど。
the challenge. We will be doing glitches when we get halfway through this run. This game is going to be blown wide open. But until then, we're going to be running through the different stages that we have available. So we just did our big stage there, and now all the remaining stages of Act 1 here are going to be done and are just kind of similar little bits of the stages that we have seen before, just like over on different
Amy
platforms
Roads
and things like that. Of course, we are currently now in
つう
stage
ことで、
2, so we get another nice big stage to start with. Now, the reason we're immediately in stage 2 here instead of doing any of the Act 1 ones is because we are now on like the 9th or 10th update to this video game. The game was originally only meant to get 3. However, we've been getting extra and extra ones, and one of the updates that we got was a Shadow update. Shadow was added into Dream Team, and when they added Shadow into Dream Team, they gave us a tutorial. Shadow's tutorial has an extra Dream Orb, and because of the extra Dream
ソ
Orb,
ニ
that
ッ
means
ク
we
と
get
エ
to
ミ
drop
は
a
ス
stage.
ピード
So
ラン
instead
タ
of
イプだ
dropping a
と。
really long a really short stage that we're actually good at, we dropped
ダッ
one of
シュ
the
がで
longer
きる
stages, but that allows us to
み
get
たい
an
な。
extra Dream Orb at the start of the game, allowing us to skip a level and go straight into Act 2 here. So now we're going to go into World 122, which is a Dream Shard stage. You can see HUD's already collecting some of the Dream Shards, grabbing them there. It's a very small stage, a little bit like ASMR almost, where you get to be real quiet, bringing it down. You want to get the 6 Dream Shards because 6 Dream Shards makes 1 Dream Orb. Unlike inflation in the rest of the world, we are okay with the 6. You know what else we want?
マッ
Things
クでも遊べるみたいなこと書い
donations. We love donations.
て
If you have any donations and can make us hit the
書い
6K,
て
sorry, 6K, the 2.6K. Listen, if you want to hit 6K, we can
書い
have
てます
6K
ね。
as
マッ
well.
クでも
Not a
遊べるっ
problem,
つ
we
っ
can
て、
go for it.
アップルアー
We
ケードに
have
対応
a
してたら
metal
遊べ
Sonic
るらしいで
incentive
す。
available right now. If you are able to help the
アッ
little
プルアーケード
warriors
とは何
and
ぞ
can
や
hit
という
us
話です。
that incentive, please do. We have 2 amazing Sonic runs coming up for before you need to hit that. And then Matoy is going to be coming on with the Sonic Adventure DX. You want to see that metal Sonic shenanigans. Sonic's going to a little bit of Sean Connery there by saying how many times you can say metal Sonic in that voice for some reason. But we're now going to run through into Act 3 on this one. We're running through once again, grabbing our Dream Orbs. Arg almost making a mistake there, missing the red star ring as HUDs is speeding ahead, trying to get the keys to open up the door. Going to make sure we jump up and get that one as we go through. HUD's doing a great job going to do the jump and then immediately checkpoint so doesn't spend time in the air, because time in the air is bad on this one. And we need to make sure that we are going as horizontal as we can at any moment in time. So while we're going to go through the rest of this stage here, saying if you have anything you'd love to say, now is a great time.
I would love to tell you that we had a poll in the chat for who was going to win this race, and
ファ
right
イナ
now
ルファン
we've
タ
got
ジー1のピクセ
68%
ル
on
リマスター
Argick
とか
and
も遊べる
32% on HUDs.
み
So
たいな。
that's swingy. I don't know about that, chat. I think both of these runners have the excellent capacity to win this race. I am so excited about this race, and as you were just mentioning, we do have that Metal Sonic race incentive, more racing, more cool Sonic characters coming up for that Sonic Adventure DX run. We're trying to get to at least halfway on that incentive by the end of this run here, and that is a $200 total Canadian dollar incentive. So if you'd like to donate and tell me about your favorite Dream Team character, why the amazing, by the way, slate of characters in this game. There's some really, really cool picks in here. Why your favorite is your favorite. Please go ahead and donate, or just tell me about your favorite Argick moment, your favorite HUDs moment.
Thank you
I know
very
we've got all
much.
sorts
We
of
are now
fans in the
into
chat
a
of
new
both of you.
stage. It has reached the checkpoint before the time runs out. If you go through any of the rings, you'll gain plus 3 seconds to your timer. You must go through all of the rings. There are checkpoints here. We are on 7 of 16. HUDs is on 15 of 16 and about to finish the stage, showing you just how the difference of load times are. Loading times, they be fun, they be fast, they be hard. But we now go in to our first boss stage.
なんかね、その、キャラクター2人を選べるみたいな。ソニックとエミーのチームとか、
The good thing about this is we have to give a
とか
massive
です
shout
ね。
out to the developers
テイ
of
ル
this
ス
game, because the
クリー
bosses
ム、
used to be
ナックルズ
auto-scrollers in
ル
that
ージ
there
ュの
wasn't
組み合
much
わ
you
せ
could do
で
to speed them up or slow them down. And after a couple of updates, they were able to change
や
the
るんだ
bosses
ぜみ
around
たいなこ
to
と書い
make
て
it
ま
where
す
they had a
ね。
bit of a skill ceiling on them. The better you are at the game, the
みたい
quicker
な
you
ね。
can do the bosses. But the worse you are at the game, the slower the bosses will be, rather than it
ス
being
クランブルショア。
So we're going to see HUDs now trying to go for the little hole at the back there to make the crab deflate. I will also take this
まあ大
point
体
to
海に来たらね、
mention
カニと
that the
殴り合う
noise
のが
we've been informed is lovingly
定番で
referred
すけ
to
ど。
as just fart noise. Because that's the noise that sounds like when he's deflating. So I'm going to be doing the same right now. We're going to go over, we're going to try and jump, get behind the boss there, and then get him on the second bounce. You can try and get him in the first bounce, but if you go for the first bounce and you miss him, then there's a chance you get stuck in the butt, and you don't want to get stuck in the butt because
お
that's
尻に
not
ハ
fun
ン
in
ド
the
ルみたい
first
なのが
time.
ついてま
HUDs,
すね。
however, is about to go and unlock the best character in Dream Team, in my opinion. It is the Benui. We now get our flight characters. We get Cream and Tails. HUD's betraying the faction, however, and playing as Tails here. Going to try and go for an early cycle and an early fail. It's Tails, but Benui is better. I'm sorry, the Benui is just better.
I don't know why mine keeps defaulting as Tails.
Going for the jump there, he goes up, he goes, and he makes the skip there. Very nice, HUDs. Good job on that one. It
Thank
does
you.
default as Tails. The character
だいたい
selection
25秒ぐらい、
start on
まあ、
Tails on this one, but Benui is better. Let us know in the donations why
ギャ
the
ップがあり
Benui
ますね。
is
右
best
側の
and
方が
why we love
25
the
秒ぐら
Benui.
い
And let me know if you've missed the Benui from the games
い
that
つもね、
she
おしゃべ
started.
り
So I'm going to go for it. I'm not
しなが
getting
ら
the
プレ
early
イされ
cycle,
る
so
ん
HUDs
で、
is probably going to take a little bit of a lead here on
見
this
慣
one.
れた
As
景
I
色
then
ではあ
try
り
and
ま
do
す
the
けど。
same one. I do just get enough height, so I am right on
う
his
ん。
tail. If we have anybody in chat, and I know that they're watching, but if they can somehow tell someone to donate for the specific character, as we look at the
ね、
OBS
ま
doors, they're meant to be OBS reverse doors, but I'd say they're the
チームが
OBS
変わ
doors
っ
because they
て、
look like the OBS logo. Maybe our lovely tech producer will be able to agree with the logo on that one. But yes, we're running our way through. And if anybody wants to see Rouge, like
な
I'm
んつう
not
か、アンロック
against
され
giving
たん
you
ですか
these
ね、キャラ
lovely
クター
little
が。テイ
impression
ル
of
ス
her and maybe
クリーム
playing a
が。
few rounds, you know, we see how it goes. But yeah, HUD's running towards the end here. Our flight cards, there's a quick explanation for you, is they have the Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom stamina gauge, because everybody does. As long as that gauge is not empty, you can fly. However, we don't want to fly with the characters as much because flying is slow on the momentum. It's all about keeping that horizontal momentum. This is what we want. We want to see that. We want to go through it and we want to keep the flying going. You'll see us kind of just trying to hover with the characters, like kind of tapping the flight. As now we're going in a World 212, which is where HUDs is right now, trying to get the extra Dream Orb up the top here. It is just hiding up the top there. You're going to hit over the flight rings. The flight rings give you a refill on your flight gauge. As we run, we boost, we jump, we fly, we homing attack, and we pray we don't die. As we go through the OBS logo, can confirm, Nick RP Green there has confirmed they are OBS doors. This makes me a happy arg. I'm going to just do that again so I make sure I don't get bodied on this. That was not a great start for me, but it's fine.
テイルスとクリームは、
Into the next stage, getting the dream shards
ジャ
once
ンプボ
again.
タンを
As
押
we
して
boost,
る
we
と
fly,
一
we
定
run.
時
I
間
see
飛
CBK
行できる
coming
って
in,
書
so
いて
now
ま
we're
す
going to have
ね。
a Rouge versus Knuckles competition because Rouge and Knuckles are your power characters. But which one will we be seeing more of? Will it be the Hon 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 of the Knuckles, or will it be the Oh Yes
この
of the
体の
Rouge?
横にね、
Only you can decide.
ゲージが出てて、
Donations.
このゲージがある間は飛べるみたいな。飛んでる間になんか、羽のマークみたいなやつを触るとゲージが回復してもっと飛べるよみたいなね。そういう。
From Sonic Adventure 2, which is the sequel to Sonic Adventure 1, which we have an update on the incentive for. We've got $25 from Big the Dave, who says this is the closest we're going to get to an Inception video game. That's very true. Very true. And that gets us to $25 on to our 200 Canadian dollar incentive. And remember, the challenge is to get to $100 on that incentive by the end of this run. I am sure we can do it. And also, guess what? Every single time that you donate to me, I will give a live update on HUD's kitty cam. Unfortunately, we cannot put the cat on the screen, but I will narrate what the cat is doing. I will give you a live update. So for this donation, the cat is sleeping peacefully with his arms in front of him and his head down.
We are a big
He's
fan
so
of Alfie.
cute.
It is Alfie that is currently there at the moment. I'd also, yes, a quick point is, if the game was turned down because of the loud intro, it may need turned up again, as the outro is just overly loud for some reason. But back on the HUD's screen, you can see he is currently navigating his way through World 221 as the flight character. Already done the little shortcut at the start there, allowing you to sneak over to where one of the red star rings are, immediately checkpointing back to the start and allowing us to get through to the key. Now, using the physics of if an object is going up and you jump off the going up object, you get a nice big boost of height. Now, running through the strawberry frubes room there, or maybe that's more raspberry or red berry, but you can see the giant purpley gloop room there. Coming towards the middle room, you will see that room again later. There is a fun story about this room that we cannot wait to tell you about it, as we're going to then run our way through the rest of the game. I'm just going to go into the outside. Let's want to hit the springs here as HUD's finishes the stage and is about to head into 2-2. I'm going to come through now. We're going to run through, do the same again. Again, it just looks like that lovely raspberry color on that one. We do love a bit of yogurt, as we're going to jump our way up through round on the rails, gliding it through as HUD's is racing through the cycle again, trying to get a good cycle on the boxes as he comes round. Will he make a good one here as we go through the checkpoint? Going to jump up, grab it, opting for the launch, gets the boost jump off it. Very well played, as he's then going to run his way through, get around the side there, do the boost jump at the end, because boost management is very important, to then hit through the ring and then land on the giant metallic cookie. Because again, it's cookies and cream there. It was tight. You heard it in his voice there as he makes the whoa noise as we go through. Round to the bottom side and grabbing the dream orb. Arg is going to do the same. He's just going to go over the outside though, rather than wait on it. Wait for the ring there. Gets hit as HUD's goes back to the speed characters. We only have 4 of the 6 characters available at the moment, as we're now going to go and do a little bit of cleanup. So you may notice that we went back to a previous stage. We went back to one of the previous acts because new levels have been opened up and we need to gain more dream orbs so we can advance further into the game. So we go back to 1-12, and the reason we go back to 112 is because this is the stage that got skipped thanks to the tutorial that we get from Shadow giving us the extra dream orb. Instead of us skipping out one of the really short stages like this one is, it's a very short 15-second stage, we'd rather do this stage when the game forces us to go back and then skip a longer one that takes a minute or 2, giving us approximately a 57-second time save. Trust me, I did math. So now he's going to run through the stage again. This one is another race through the checkpoints. A piece of tech that you're seeing us try and do with the speed characters here is not only take advantage of the boost gauge, but also advance of their homing attacks. When you're running across the ground with these characters, you'll see us jump and then do a air dash. This air dash allows us to start recharging our boost meter.
皆さん、このゲームやったことあるんですかね？
So we're going to just run our way through, run our way down as he
ソニックドリームチーム。
You now see it says act on
なんかね、この、
further into the dream.
何ですか？
That allows us to go back
女の子がふわって浮くあのシーン、過去にイベントで何回か見たことはあると思うんですよね。
Once we have then done through those, we then get to 3-1, 3-2, and 3-3.
何回かは打つかもしれないですけど。
This is working. We're then going to go into that stage. You can see him is going to run and jump and try and go all the way through, hitting the spring set up.
気軽に嘘ついてしまって申し訳ないです
As
けど。
much speed as he can. Very important thing is the character routing in this game. Making sure you select the right character at the right time is imperative, as if you pick the wrong character, you'll be wasting some time to swap until later on in the game, but more on that later on. So he grabs his red star ring, he's going to go through, he's going to then go into the giant room where there's going to be a lot of rail grinding and a lot of shenanigans that may go wrong, but we need to see how it's going to play. So down and round, away he goes. He's going to run through now up to the spring. Hopefully get a little bit of attack over to the left there. Getting onto a different platform. And away he goes. Arg, meanwhile, coming to do the same thing here as he is going to run and boost and just wait on the platform. Gets the jump up and away we go. Arg is then going to run our way through. And while we're doing that, I'm going to just run it. See HUD's on the side as he gets to the midpoint. And I'm going to let the midpoint speak for herself while Satan takes over and Arg gets the call.
Oh, absolutely. We've got so many people weighing in on that impromptu bid war. We've got 25 Canadian dollars from Sean the Good, who says simply Rouge! Exclamation point. And we've got 10 Canadian dollars from Chezzy Berry, who says, could you please kindly inform Argick,
なんかこう、ターゲットみたいなマークがポコって出ますね。
about the OBS doors and that he is wrong. They are SBO doors. And Rouge is best. Hands down. We've also got 10 Canadian dollars from Big the Dave, who says, here's 10 French Canadian dollars for French Knuckles. Thank you very much for those incredible donations. That does increase our total towards getting close to halfway on that Metal Sonic Showcase incentive. We're not quite there, but we are so close. So let's get over that halfway mark, maybe even more. And the live kitty update is that exactly 3 of his tokens are showing on his back
If you want to
foot.
take screenshots for each donation and post the links in
なんか
chat,
や
you're
ってま
more
した
than
よね。
welcome to.
Exactly 3.
僕は嘘ついてなかったってことですね。
Oh,
そういうこと
I can
And also,
so
chat,
do
can we
that.
just
That
get
is
a
a
huge
great
round of
call.
applause and a load
Yes,
of
yes,
love for
yes.
Argick here, taking over all the comms, not just commentating his side, but keeping an eye on what I'm doing and commentating my side so that I have a chance to rest my voice for this run. Huge, huge thank you to him. What an amazing job he's doing so far. Thank you, Arg.
Why are you talking? You've got a bad voice. Right, we are running our way through the stages right now. You just saw Huds doing the Dream Shard stage. This is a fun Dream Shard stage that we both love because there are things called Tails challenges in this one. Tails challenges are little challenges that were weekly, but then got turned into daily. This stage was one of the stages where Huds and I spent hours fighting over milliseconds. We were literally fighting for the record back and forward on this one. It was actually a lot of fun. It was really cool to do, but it's really worked out for the speed run on this one. And as mentioned, you can now donate for cat picks, as you will hopefully
こう
be
ゲージ
able
が
to get
切れる
more cat
と
picks as we get to go through. Huds is
徐
now
々に
doing
こう
more
滑
cleanup
空
as
に
we
な
go
るみたいな
back
感じ
through
で
the
ス
stages.
ーッと降りて
We
い
do
くみ
not
たい
have
です
enough to go
ね。
into 223 yet, so we have to go back to 213 or 123 in this case to get our numbers going. So 1, 2, and 3 back to Amy. We got to spring our way through doing each of the checkpoints. And again, honored to commentate this race as we go through. I have Huds up on my right as I'm running through as well. It really helps that Huds has the faster loading times because it means I can focus entirely on his run while running on muscle memory on my side as we then get to play the video game. So I'm about a level behind at the moment, but this is all loading time. And this is a
この空中のね、
testament to Huds' skill as
リン
well.
グに
One,
触れる
being able to
と、
play while he's unwell, but two, also learning the glitched route.
チチチンとそのリングに沿って飛んでいけるみたいな。
There's a lot of
そういう
learning and relearning that has had to be done in this latest game.
モードに入るみたい
We'll
です
explain more
ね。
to that once we get to the stages that we need for it. So we're going to run, we're going to jump, and we're going to go in, and then we're going to go through this section and get ourselves into the next stage. So, Arg's going to 1, 2, 4. Huds is in Scramble Chores 1, 2, 5. He's going to be running through. This is exactly the same stage as the previous stage that we done, but the main difference is that there's now a timer. Here's the problem. We're speedrunners. Timers mean nothing to us unless it's live split. That's the only timer we care about. In this case, we're going to be running through the stage. A main thing that we do need to worry about, though, and this is specific to this game, and is very unusual, but is very important. The in-game timer is super accurate, but to the point that if you retry a stage, it will actually revert your time back to the time when you entered the stage. So if we do a checkpoint and we accidentally restart the stage, in the terms of a leaderboard run, it is actually invalid. In terms of the marathon, we'll still go and it's not a problem, but it is something that you need to be very, very careful about. As Huds is now done, he's about to go into the second boss, the factory foreman here. So down to the foreman, we're going to go in. This is another boss that was once changed up for us, has slightly more health, but has a different way of being able to destroy him, allowing us to get a speed up. Oh, wait a minute, there's only 3. What's going on here? They're called the factory foreman, but there's only 3 of them. This makes no sense. As we then go through and we just wait for the boss to try and, well, do his lovely little twisties. So the boss is going to do a number of different attacks there. We're just going to have to wait for them to become invulnerable. Once the bosses are vulnerable, we then hit them, dunk them on the head, repeat the process 2 more times. I'm coming up right behind Huds on this one as well. The main thing that you need to see on this is that the boss is going to get a headache because we're dunking them on the head. So in the meantime, saying, perfect time for you to take over.
Oh, absolutely. And I just wanted to tell chat that if you're donating from somewhere else in the world that is not Canada, I've been talking about Canadian dollars, and you want to know what your dollar means in Canadian dollars, we've got the !rate command in chat. That will tell you exactly what the conversion rate is for the currency that you are using, of course, if it's British pounds or US dollars. And you can know exactly what that is meaning for you. We also are only $30 away from that halfway point on the Metal Sonic Showcase incentive. So if you'd like to donate towards Little Warriors, use that conversion rate !donate in chat and apply your donation towards that incentive. I would love some more voices on these impromptu bid wars, I'm gonna call for Amy versus Sonic now. Can we see Amy fans or Sonic fans in your donations? Because they are the speed characters in this game. I'm a big fan of both, but I might be partial to Amy Rose just a little bit.
Nice.
Saying as someone who has a cosplay of her in my closet.
So we are into phase 2. Oh, absolutely. Do you have a giant hammer?
She's so much fun to cosplay. Highly recommend. I wish. Oh my gosh, that is the dream.
Smooth.
The dream team.
I'm
I'm gonna make this interesting. I will donate 10 Canadian dollars for every time either game crashes, mine or Args, whether accidental or the game literally crashing out.
Oh, okay.
Which means I need to be really careful not to accidentally softlock my game.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Intriguing. Intriguing. Also, I would love some more donations from chat to give you more updates on Kitty Cam. There have been a couple of changes. Also, you can see the cat pictures if you go to our Prevent-A-Thon Discord, ! Discord
Does that include our accidental or our on purpose one at the end?
Wait, you do an on purpose one?
Yeah, you know, before we go into the final level.
Oh, hang on, sorry, I'm messing up skips here.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna wing it.
Oh, nice, we winging it. Let's go. I'm okay with winging it. Okay, speaking of winging it, Hudz just did a
そ
really
う、もう
amazing
継
skip
続
there
して
now.
35秒ぐらいのギャップのまま進んで
Jack
ま
skip's
すね。
very important and gets the second part as well there. Phenomenal skip. That's going around an invisible wall and stopping us having to get the keys while still getting the red star ring that we need to progress and get the extra dream orb. It is ridiculous. It is a reset point. That is phenomenal. Well played there. As we are then going to run through. I'm going to do the same on my side. Hudz is going to run through and just grab the remaining segments of the run here, so that'll be fine for him. I'm getting caught by the enemies, because of course I am. There we go. We're going to go up through and see if I can build the same while Hudz is going to the end. Does a checkpoint warp there after grabbing the red star ring. R's coming around, going to go for it. Gets the jump, gets that. Good. Going to run it, going to jump it, going to fly it. Please make it. Gets that. Nice! I'm right behind you, buddy. I got it as well. I'm coming through. So now we've unlocked new missions. We have our power characters. We have Le French Nucléaire, hon hon hon. If you listen carefully, he may go hon hon hon. But let us know as well about the update, because I think I might have to be playing some Rouge, as there were a couple of Rouge donations in there. So for future levels, I will play the one, the only, the Bat, as I think we did have a few on that one.
We sure did. If I recall correctly, we had 2 donators mentioning Rouge and 1 donator mentioning Knuckles. That could change if you'd like to swing that impromptu bid war. I'd love to hear some opinions on Rouge or Knuckles, or you could just catapult Rouge into even more of the lead, like she maybe deserves. I don't know.
Oh, I picked Knuckles again, damn it. I'll pick Rouge on the next one. This is where muscle memory is going to kick in and kick my butt, where I just mash the buttons. Once I manage to make it where it is on Rouge, it will stay on Rouge. Until then, it's going to be Mr. Hon 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 himself. But I'll make sure on the next stage we'll get it. This stage is another really quick one thanks to a massive shortcut that was found, as Hudz is now about to do Jag Skip again, this time with Amy Rose. Amy does a slight variation on it. In fact, I am right behind him to join him on this one. Oh, he's went up and over the Tony Hawk's Pros half pipe. Actually, no, I'm doing my favorite little stage here. I'm just going to show you my stage. I love this one because this one is like really fun to do. You just grab all of the dream shards in a really awkward way, but it allows you to go through the cube in such a mysterious direction where gravity is non-existent, or is existent until it's non-existent, and then you're stuck to the wall like that. So we're going to run our way through, run our way down, and now I'm going to join you in getting that side as well. So that is actually going to give me a little bit of a chance to catch up there. But these half pipes are genuinely based on the Tony Hawk's games. We were talking to some of the devs of the games there. This is inspired by Tony Hawk's.
トニーホーク、トニーホークって言ってますね。
Similarly to them, in that going up the half pipe with speed will give you the speed to go down. So we're going to run, wait, run, jump, go through in this one. I boost, I jump, I then do the big jump, and away we go as Hudz comes to the end of that stage and is about to advance into.
あ、レイドありがとうございま
Go
す。
back though to World 117. This is a stage that was not available because it is a power character stage. It is a Rouge Knuckles stage. This one has the power character abilities needed, so we're going to run our way through it. Although Hudz, I think, does a different level in my order, so he does. We are on the different order again. Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Last time I played this, I had to do Hudz's
114
order.
first.
You do 114 first, then you do 117. I do 114 later because I like my numbers in different orders, and Hudz does not. Just really annoys him.
But yeah, we're both doing the same set of levels. We just, when we had to reorganize things for the glitched run, we reorganized them slightly differently. I like to keep mine in order, and I just moved what he needed to.
I did. I just moved what I needed to, and away we go. So now I get the rouge. We get our girl. Are we a fan of that? Oh, I can't do it. The voice isn't going to let me. I heard the break there. I'm like, I wonder if I can pull it off. Maybe I'll see if I can. Voice, are you going to let me do this?
なんか赤いしましまの壁をナックルズとルージュは走って登れるみたいですね。
Maybe Rouge will
For a
say it and
donation,
you'll get to see it.
I'll try my hand at it. I will be bad,
please.
but you can make me try.
Please do. It would be really cool to see. Right, on to Nightmare Maze here. This is the second act of Nightmare Maze. This is where you're going to see the beginnings of the game breaking. Let us introduce you, everybody, to the Swap Super Jump. So swapping characters in this game is a thing that you can do. Swapping characters in this game is a ridiculously powerful thing that you can do. Recently discovered by a runner named Sonic Find. Perfect name, by the way. If you pause the game and then if you swap characters, then pause the game after you have jumped, you will send whatever character you have yeeting into the air at a ridiculous height. We can then use the the power character's glide ability to navigate to basically around doors and invisible walls and ridiculous directions like Huds is doing right now with Chuckles. You can see him go, he's running, he's aiming down to the platform, skipping the ring doors after getting the only red star ring that he needed in the level. He then switches back from Knuckles to Amy. Interesting choice because that is a 5-second time loss to do the switch there. But I opt to not do that. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to handle with the time. But it is one of those things where you just run through it and it's going to get even more busted in one level's time. So again, you wait, you swap character, you jump, you pause, you wait, you release the pause, you yeet into the air. That then allows you to, well, go over places is all I'm going to say. You will see more very, very soon. Because we're going to combine this with the powers from the game. There is a powers update that came out that allows us to unlock the powers that Huds has just got. Unfortunately, we're not going to be accessing them just yet because the way the game allows you to select characters is slightly different. As you can see, 6 characters are available. Sonic and Amy are your speed characters. Tails and Cream are your flight characters. Rouge and Knuckles are your power characters. Each of those pairings counts as an individual pairing. If you play a level that has all 6 characters available, that is a 4th pairing. Yeah, it makes no sense. How can it be a pairing with 6 characters in it? Well, the way that it works is the amount of powers that you have equipped are shared between those different groupings. So the next time we get all 6 characters available is actually when we go and do 3-3-1. So when he goes into 3-3-1, you're going to see him equip a power called Quick Swap, also known affectionately as Pika Swap. Quick Swap is going to allow us to use the bumpers to swap characters. What else it does though is it allows us to activate the pause or the character swap menu while moving. So that's going to do something very, very fun to the Super Swap Jump very, very soon. However, Hudson has to go through a couple of more stages now, grabbing the checkpoints as Knuckles, running his way through, making sure he gets the 13 of them all in order. Again, not allowed to miss any of them. If you miss any of them, you have to immediately hit checkpoint to get respawned to a section where it will be, and then away you go. So he's coming down to the level, he's running through. Again, this is like kind of similar to Sonic Lost World if you've ever played those games before. It has that kind of element to it. So I'm coming in on it as well. I'm just in the same stage as he is. My Rouge, however, has been changed back to Knuckles because, again, it comes back to those pairings. So now Huds is going to go back to a next stage. We're going to go back to World 1. We're going to go into 1-2-6. This should be a flight character stage. So he's probably betrayed us again. Oh, no, he does the 1-1-7 now. Then he'll do the thing he won. This is what we get for doing different stage orders. You've seen this stage. It's a fun one. He gets to go fast with it. He boosts his way through. He climbs the wall. He'll glide over it as I am going to go and do my Lost World segment here. So we're coming up to the big point.
結構同じステージをいろんなキャラクターでクリアし直すみたいなのを繰り返す感じですね。
Going to try and manage his boost, to allow him to get the boost jumps and then carry the boost from the spring before he has the glide, because you want to carry it as much as you can. Again, they will start falling like a rock. You'll see that very, very soon, but then he'll jump into the stage where we will meet back up. So I think I'm actually going to be at the same point as him now. I have also betrayed Team Benue because I've accidentally selected Tails. Lamau. So I have selected that. Huds is now doing the powers. He will be doing the stage in a different order here. He's got the quick swap now. The quick swap is very, very important. It is available now on all 6 characters. Unfortunately, Shadow will not be seen in the run because he takes forever to unlock. I will not elaborate any further on that. Get ready for an amazing level. This level is huge. He's going to line himself up. He's going to switch to the flight power character. He is then going to chain with the other power character. And this allows him to get a ridiculous launch into the air. He's now gliding over to the up left. Keep an eye on the screen because you want to see some caterpillars in the distance. When you see those caterpillars, it means you know you're in the right direction. The super swap jump here allows you to go up and over the invisible walls and round the kill planes. Gliding straight down, a giant box is about to load in. Want to go under the box there.
右側の画面は、すっごいとこから飛び降りてたのか。
I'm now going to go in and I'm going to make sure I select the power as well. Equip it. Switches to the Benue to skip the key door once again. And then finishing the stage at a ridiculously faster time. But you might have noticed that we missed the red star rings. More on that later on. He's now going to go into 3-3-2 and he's going to do the cookies and cream stage. Cookies and cream here is an interesting one because it is cream and you're going to just run our way through up the giant cookies. You can see when you look at them what I mean by when they look like giant cookies. As oh, that was a weird lag there. Okay, this is not good for me, I don't think. Okay, I'm fine. So that was a weird lag. Thankfully, I still had enough movement going up, so I should be able to navigate my way through here. As he's grabbing Tails, he's running his way through on this one. Are getting a frame drop there, which really made me worry, really made me panic, but thankfully, I've still got it. We're going to run our way through, do the jump up now. I'm going to have to fall down because I'm a little bit too high in the world there. There, it's finally loading. I'm, however, going to do something swaggy. I'm going to stay playing as Knuckles. I'm going to run, I'm going to jump, I'm going to glide, round, no character swaps, and away we go as he hits the ground. So into 3-3-2, I need to catch up, but he's going to boost ahead here. Those loading times doing a lot of work right now, as I now go do cookies and cream, but I've also betrayed cream once again because I selected Tails. We'll see if I can do the same thing as Huds is racing around the checkpoints in the giant box towards the end of the level that he's just done. Now, because we've missed the red star rings, we are technically a dream orb down. However, with the glitch that we've just done, there is a level that we have not done yet in any of the levels up until now. Every act has, as you saw, the timer stage. For these levels where you have a massive glitch, doing the glitch in the time trial stage saves a redonkulous amount of time. So much time that it is actually worth missing the red star rings and adding in this other stage. So we're going to go through, we're going to go in. I'm going to pick the Sonic and keep myself a level behind. He is climbing with Knuckles all the way up to the top right now. Needs to do the jumps and the glides onto the wall to then climb up the side, landing on the rails to make sure hitting those checkpoints. Again, missing any of the checkpoints is deadly because you cannot skip any of them. They must be done in sequential order. No speedrun tricks or shenanigans allowed on these stage. It is just good gameplay, good, clean gameplay. No glitches here. Glitches is cheating.
Lol, ammo.
Thank you. So yeah, the main thing Huds needs to worry about right now is you can see the platforms that he's running on. There is a chance that this game's equivalent of subpixels will activate and just send Knuckles careering off to the left or the right. We don't know why it happens. It's as if he just gets caught on it and then sent in the wrong direction. Just like Rouge is here for me. So we're going to run our way through. Huds is going to then do the exact same trick that he did in stage 1 with the super swap jump. You can see me missing the checkpoint there, showing just how deadly it is. As we're then going to run our way through. Huds is doing the checkpoints. He's doing the character swaps. The super swap jumps comes up. The camera is a little angled right now. Does have more than enough height there. Gets the 900. Arguably, we're looking for about 800. As something with the super swap jump that is really important, because these characters drop like a rock, the amount of height we get is paramount. It is better being too high and taking a longer time to drop than it is being too low. Because once you stop having any vertical momentum, you cannot recover it. So if you go too high, that's fine. If you go too low, you might be in a bit of trouble. But Hud's there making it look easy, getting over, getting through, getting in, and going into the next stage. It is the next boss time. Oh wait, no, he's got to go back and do another level first, then he will do the stage. I have just re-entered the stage I think I was just in. I'm really hoping this is 335. It is 335. Thank God for that. I thought I made a boo-boo, but I'm good. So we're going to go through. I'm going to do the same tricks again. Switch to Knuckles. Do the jump. Pause. Wait. Go. Launch. Go into the swap. Do it. Rouge. Wait. Pause. Go. Launch her into the air. Switch back to Knuckles one more time. Go for it. Wait for 800. Get the flight. Away we go. Huds is on one of our favorite stages here in terms of movement with Knuckles. It's really smooth. Boost management is imperative here. You want to boost onto the platforms. That allows you to then skip some of the boost pads as we're then going to fly over to the wall but not catch onto the wall because we can glide and then hit the spring straight away to then go into the final spring. And at the final ring there, you make sure you jump. Because if you don't jump, bad things happen. What happens? You run under it and you shouldn't miss it.
You run straight under it.
So yeah, I will be going into 235 there. Hud's is now going to do the race with the cycle here, 236. So this one has tails. The fun one about this particular stage is that there is a cycle that we now no longer have to worry about thanks to the super swap jump. He's going to jump up, he's going to grab the dream shards right in front of us. He's going to fly over to that egg pond, and then once he's hit the egg pond, immediately do a super swap jump. That super swap jump is going to allow him to skip the cycle and just get right up to the top there. That's going to then allow him, oh, not quite making it on that one, not getting enough height, but that's okay. Super swap jumps can be swapped to the other characters. You'll see my variation over there. Hud's quite rightly opting just to switch two tails to use the flight rings to get up to where he needs to go. So we're going to go through and round here. He's going to jump up. A little bit of a launch there. Needs to stop the flight because he got a perfect launch there. Got to be careful with those perfect ones because while they look really cute and give you a lot of height, there are ceilings that will just take you back to the start of the level. Got to be very careful of that as he now advances into the Guardian Hunter boss fight. So I'm going to go and do this, and you'll see my version of the level with the Banui as now Guardian Hunter is where the downside comes in. So remember how I said most of the bosses were changed to make it where they have a bit of a skill ceiling in them now? Yeah, Guardian Hunter is the same. Unfortunately, Guardian Hunter was changed in such a way where, you know that time save that we got from the first two bosses? Yeah, it's completely irrelevant. It's completely eaten up by this particular boss. So unfortunately, while we did get the amazing fixes, to make it faster, it's kind of easy come, easy go for us at this point. You'll see more when we get to phase 2 in a moment there, as I'm just going to do a baby launch there, get the jump up, away we go and in, and I will now join Huds into the boss fight while we're going into phase 1. Satan, if you have any messages, now is a great time.
Yes, I was just about to say what I would love to see is chat. I want to give you some kitty cam updates. As you might know, if you have ever been around a cat before, cats are not guaranteed to stay in the same place. So I'd love to make sure I get you those cat updates in the Discord and also verbally on stream as soon as possible so that we can capture the kitty cat magic. Also, there have been updates on the cam, but I haven't been able to share them. Please go ahead and put in your donations so that I can talk about this cat. Also, if you would like to put your donations towards that Metal Sonic showcase for Sonic Adventure DX, which you should stick around for, by the way, it's going to be a fantastic run, please do that when you type !donate in chat. Add your donation to that showcase. We are almost to halfway. We are at 70 Canadian dollars out of the 200 that we need. And remember, halfway was our goal for this run, so let's do it. I think we can do it with a $5 Canadian donation train for Justice for Cream, because she has been not selected so many times during this run. Can we please get a hashtag Justice for Cream or hashtag Justice for Banui, whatever you'd like to do in your donation comment, and send those donations in at 45 minutes on the timer, please. Queue up those donations, get them applied to the Metal Sonic Showcase, and let's help Little Warriors while also getting some justice in for our favorite Banui.
Yeah. I just got like the worst RNG possible in this boss, and I've lost a cycle, so I'm possibly going to gain a cycle here.
Ooh, yes. So what Huds is alluring to there is this second phase of the boss. This is where our time loss comes in. Unfortunately, we just have to wait for the boss to summon egg pawns so we can hit the egg pawns. We have to do it 3 times. I have recently discovered that unfortunately there's a bit of RNG to it. I've also lost a cycle. You are fine.
Oh, you
because
had
I
the
got
exact
terrible
same thing as
RNG.
me, top left.
I did, yeah, top left. Terrible cycle there. So what we're trying to do is hit the boss. And now I've got top right, so I'm getting really good there, but I managed to hit it this time.
Oh, you get the same cycle as me. I have the
Yeah,
exact
it
same.
looks like it. I'm also getting frame drops on my side for my game. My Apple TV is not happy right now. So I might get one of those mythical game crashes. And if that happens, well, HUD's landed me in it. I guess that's 10 Canadian bucks per crash. So I will match you on that one, buddy.
Fair enough.
I don't want the game to crash, but
But at the
it
same
sounds like
time,
it.
at the same time, like, if it happens, it happens. So HUD's is now in Eagle City here, going to be doing a very interesting set of attacks, where you're trying to rush for the red star rings while simultaneously yeeting your character of choice through the air like you just don't care. This is one of the more fun stages that's been improved with the new update, because at first we thought we're just going to skip over this stage entirely, which you will see later on, spoilers. But to try and route in the red star rings while skipping significant puzzle sections and time losses saved over 2 minutes on this stage alone. It's a really fun stage. Hutch is going to grab his final red star ring of the stage there, navigate his way around, taking the safety route rather than relaunching himself. Oh, doing it in a different spot, actually. Interesting launch there in a different location. But this is Eagle City. This is our final, basically, warp room, to use some Crash Bandicoot lingo there, some Crash Bandicoot terminology. And we want to just launch our way up, launch our way through, as we're then going to run our way through the stages here. He's now going to do the back and forth checkpoint one here, where he's going to get the checkpoints. Doesn't have to worry about any red stars or rings or anything. Just needs to leg it through the stage as fast as he possibly can. But he does have to be careful that he hits the ground at some point. Oh, that is not good for me. That's fine. Game being just a little bit of a butt there. Not giving me that red star ring or the launch. That was brilliant. At least I got the red star ring. I'll take that. I'm getting sent back there, so I'm having a bit of a time as well. What happened there was I was hitting the boost button, which I really shouldn't be, because hitting the boost button is a bit of a pain in the boost. So we're just going to run our way through on this one. I am not going to make that, so I'm just going to opt for the pipe just for safety. As we're then going to run our way through on this section, I'm going to glide my way over. I'm going to switch back to one of the characters here. Speed character, then launch myself up from the bottom side here, which is where we normally launch it. It allows me to get up and in there. Did not get a good jump, so I'm going to go through the pipe as we go through. And HUD's is on my favorite Dream Shard stage here. This stage's route is just so smooth, and he's playing the Benui. Justice for Benui as she's coming through there. As I run into 412 to do the checkpoint stage as well. Just look how smooth that stage is. He's going through all of them. On to the left, back to the right, through the pipe, up to the top, and away he goes. It looks so damn good. And he makes it look easy every time. So we go through now, going into his next stage. Needs to make sure he selects the right character for it. Going to start with Rouge because this is stage 1 again. But this time, no red star rings. What does that mean? Yeet! Going to yeet from the very beginning of the level here. Small platform to go through. Going to immediately launch. Hits the barrier. That's the worry on this one, because it's such a small length there. But needs to get 3 launches there and then go up towards the skybox. Using a visual cue. Everyone's different. You see the skybox there despawning because he went too high. That is a sign of going too high on that one. But again, as we said earlier, too high, better than too low. So what he's going to be very careful of is he's going to start actually load in the end of level portal there. Because you can see the distance that he is away from the portal. So the portal is now directly below him. He can just fall down, but you can see the ridiculous amount of height that was available to HUDs on that one. But you can also see now why we've added this stage back in. This actually gives us an extra Dream Shard or Dream Orb, because we now have the speed stage 1 and the double from Act 1. This is the only stage where that actually saves time.
Oh no!
And there is 10 Canadian dollars with a crash right there. HUD's getting the first crash of the run.
Oh, yes.
Will I get it? That is an oh yes, but also an oh no. So, explaining the crash. This is actually something that does happen every now and again. Unfortunately, we're not sure why it happens. It's just sometimes it does. We just have to take it as it comes. We did actually get a crashless run recently at a live event, which we have not had for a long time. The good news is that crash runs like this don't actually affect the in-game time, which is nice. It will affect our RTA, but our marathon estimates are built in for these crashes. Sometimes you get 1, sometimes you get 2. If you're unlucky like I was in an earlier run that we had a couple of years ago at this point, you can get 8. But
8?
I did have 8 crashes, yes. All right.
Also, I want to let chat know that the train is pulling into the station. If you would like to get your donations in on the Justice for Benui train, we are opening up tickets for $5 Canadian dollars each, and please apply them to the incentive as well to board. Choo choo.
All right, so I'm doing 114, the stage that HUD did ages ago. Why? Because he likes numbers and orders. Arg does not like numbers and orders, and that is why we are going to just do it now. I'm grabbing as many as I can, as HUD has now unlocked the next part of Ego City into Act 2. Once again, starting with Tails, this stage has a cool little super swap jump available in the middle section, where once again, you're meant to grab a certain number of keys. We are not going to be doing any of that, as Arg is about to come behind and do it as well. Now, this does actually bring a little bit of time save and brings the RTA closer to us, because I have not yet crashed. However, there is a chance for me to crash at any point between now and the end. We're also now officially fully lined up. We're going to be doing the same levels at the same time every time. Huds is now at the skip point. He's going to grab that red star ring. He's going to line himself up. He is then going to swap characters to do the launch, get the launches up and over past the area, immediately glides and then drops down. Wants to try and drop down, switches to a speed character, because the speed characters are the characters we want to be most of the time, and then legs it towards the rest of the red star rings. Again, going to go through a number of rails, through a number of tubes, going to get the homing attacks off on the enemies and get his way towards the top. So I've got my 2. I'm going to come and do the skip now as well. As HUD comes towards the end of his segment, I'm going to do the jump there, and then we just get a second one. Launches up. That's not enough. I'm going to need to do one more. That just gets me enough. Yes, it does.
30秒遅れたままもう最序盤でしたけど、そこからもうほぼ同じぐらいのペースで両方とも。
During the super jumps, and it's like I'm not getting the pauses when I need them, and it's like but it's fine.
The worst time for that to be happening.
It really is. I have also done a boo-boo, so I'm just going to launch myself up here and pray that I get enough height. We did. That's a beautiful set of height there. Good backup, Arg, to manage to remember to go round, make sure you don't get hit on it. In we go, through and round, in we go. Lovely job. Huds is now doing the Dream Shard stage, arguably one of the harder Dream Shard stage now, because of the update route. The updated route that does super swap jumps allows you to do more dangerous strats. Good recovery, though, from Huds there. Immediately understanding, I'm not making that. I better turn around. Grabs them. I'm going to do mine right behind him, as he's going to head over to 133. So back down to 1. Into the 3-3. I'm going to do a Sonic. I'm going to try and get a jump off there. Needs to land on it. Does it. Gets the boost. Gets over. Lovely job. He's now going to do a really interesting thing. This is a stage that has a long winding path to it. He's going to switch to Knuckles or Rouge. He's going to do a super swap jump. Do you know where he's going to go? That's right. He goes in the square hole.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, I'm also getting a big boo-boo on this. That's fine. I'm just going to take this and run the risk of not dying. Not the smoothest stage for me there, but that's okay. As Huds has yeeted himself up in the air like you just don't care. Doing it a little bit risky there of going above the island. Going above the island is risky because there is a chance that you get caught on invisible walls and invisible grounds. You don't want to do that. Gotta be careful. He's now going to go into 134. He's going to race his way through the stage on this one. That is, of course, the Collective Dream Orb with the flight character. Argus is going to take it the other way. Just do a jump and launch and run. Switch back to the Rouge. Do the run and launch and run. Then get the third one because I got no height from that. Launch and run and run. And then when that disappears, away we go. I'm going to go around the side of the island for safety reasons.
ナックルズが出てくると、だいたい上にビヨーンって飛んで、スーッと斜めに降りていきますね。一応この斜めに降りていくのもなんかそういう技術というか、キャラクターに滑空の機能がついてるらしいですけど。
As we're going to run our way through on this one, we're going to run our way through. You are going to go into 137. It is a
上にぶっ飛ぶのは、
It's just to grab the Dream Shard again. Another stage that had a little bit of a reroute into it because of the super swap jump. We got a cool few super swap jumps.
なんかメニューのストレージ的な感じで
If you have anything, now is a great time.
飛んでいってる感じがしますね。キャラ交
I
代とか。
have some information about the charity that we are donating towards, because I want to make sure that everybody in chat understands what we are doing here at Prevent-A-Thon 5. which is pretty cool that it is already our 5th event, and we have just raised $10,000 milestone over the entire lifetime of Prevent-A-Thon pretty recently here, just yesterday. So let's keep piling on to that. Let's make sure we keep hosting and helping Little Warriors, because Little Warriors is a national charitable organization focused on the awareness, prevention, and treatment of child sexual abuse. They also advocate on behalf and with child sexual abuse survivors. For more information, visit littlewarriors.ca or type !info in chat. So while we're being hype and while we're being excited about this game, the cause is actually very, very important. And every single donation that you make goes towards someone who really needs the help more than really anybody in society in our lives. So I care about this cause so much. I hope that you all care about this cause so much. And I want to see us get to that halfway point on the Metal Sonic incentive. Right now we are 70 Canadian dollars out of 100 as the halfway point, 200 as the total. And chat, this is now officially a race between you and the racers here to finish the game. Who will finish their incentive first? We're just gonna have to wait and see. Exclamation mark donate in the chat.
Thank you very much. It is an absolutely wonderful cause. It's why we're here, and thank you for putting the marathon on. Huds is in the level that started it all. The rivalry that is here. Why did this level start the rivalry? Well, you see, there's a little platform that he's about to come to. There's a little door with a little platform, and they added a platform. That platform right there. That platform is the platform that started this entire rivalry, because Huds decided to say one little comment, and that Arg was hoarding strats. Because I didn't tell him about that platform until the middle of a marathon run at one point. So I took that personally, and I took his record. And then Sonic Find came and showed us the glitch, and we improved the record even further. And right now the game is getting revenge because I am on Screenshot Central. Holy crap, what is going on? Video game, are you okay? Can you try and recover? I am playing this while dropping inputs left, right, and center. So this is it, trying to decide if it wants to crash or not. Will it crash? Will it not? Where it goes, nobody knows. I'm hoping it doesn't crash, but I'm hoping it also fixes itself after this. Because this will affect my ability to play. No, that's my game.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Okay. I am now doing 4-3-1 if the game does not want to let crash. So 4-3-1, Amy. Wait, so you do that stage much earlier than I do as well?
Yeah.
That's cheeky. It's interesting to see the different routes that the runners take on this one. It also just goes to show you how flexible this run can be. But Huds has been running through the stage, switching the characters needed to get through, mainly playing Amy for the speedy boost. Coming up towards the end of it in the funky anti-grab section, there is one more red star ring that is really important to grab there, where if you're accidentally holding the boost button or hit the right dash trail, then you're probably not going to grab it. So Huds needs to be very careful with his inputs at this point, as we want to make sure we get the right one up the middle there to grab it right down towards the end, and then away we go as Arg almost gets himself caught, but thankfully he manages to jump off and get through. So round through up into the end, and where we go no one can tell, as he has loads of giant statues and loads of giant things in the way. As Huds is now going into 4-3-3, it is a flight character stage here. So we're going to go through, down, round, up, and in. This is a Tails one. Again, a really smooth one. It has a cool platform cycle. We'll see if Huds is able to make it. Going to run off to the left of the level first to grab the first one, then rotate around to grab the second and the third. This is where the platform cycle is going to come in. As you can see up the top there, there is the little flight orb and the platform. Good little cycle on that one. You boost right off it. Away you go. Grabs over, gets the boost in, and then that is that stage done. Smooth stage there. Well played, mate.
Thank you.
All right, he's going to do his final set of cleanup because 4-3-3 is the final set of stages before we get to the Nightmare Eggman. He's now going back into the Dream Factory. He's going to do a nice big launch on this one. He's actually discovered a nice little nifty lineup for it as well that he's going to do. If you line up just beside that elevator, it gives you the perfect line to then run and do the yeets. So he's going to just do his nice big yeets. He's going to line himself straight up, go through, bunk off the ceiling, picks the wrong character and has to redo it. Picking any character other than the power characters while you're in the middle of a power character chain will unfortunately end the chain, and there is no way to recover it. So depending on how high you were at the time, it could be a good thing, it might be a bad thing. Arg's missing his cycle unfortunately, but that's okay. As Huds has got his little
その EST までね、あと15分ぐらい。
He's going to fly to his checkpoint. I'm about to come and do the
右側も今何しようかよくわかんないですけど。
2-1-5, so I got a 2, I got a 1. I go to 5. I then switch to the same character and try and do the same that you've done. Because he only told me this literally before the start of the run. What's that, Huds? Have you been hiding strats?
No, I literally discovered it as I told it to you. I took some practice because our last marathon run of this, that particular level, I lost nearly a minute of time because I just kept either bonking into objects in the ceiling, or there is actually like an orange goo stream just above it that you can end up dying.
始まりましたね、左の
Hitting that as well. So I was like, I wonder
空
if
中に
there's
向かって
something I
飛ん
can
でいく
line
やつ
up
が
on here just so I know where I'm supposed to go. And I just found that little line. I was like, oh, perfect.
And there you go. And that's how strats are found. It's really fun. Just if something's giving you bother, runners will try their best to go and find things, and away they go to try and do it. So now, Huds is doing the stage that I've already done that has a little bit of a checkpoint abuse in it, which is really cool. He's then going to go into 227, I believe.
No, 217. I done
Oh,
the 2
217. Oh, you've done the 2-2. Oh, you've already... Wow, you really do a different order from me. Jesus. So
Yeah,
you're now
it's-
in Tony Hawk's Pro Hedgehog 3.
Yep.
So we're going to run into the half-heights with the checkpoints. I've already done that one. You really did change the orders of yours so much.
Yeah, well, because earlier on you only need 2 levels in World 2 at the time. So I went with 225 and 226 or whatever it is. Whereas here you
Yeah.
need 3, so I put 15, 16, and 17 together.
See, he's smart. He's the one with the spreadsheets. He's the one with the checkpoints. But I'm the one that's going to go in back to that level where it all began. The double character level here. We're going to run. We're going to boost. We're going to wait. We're going to jump. I'm going to jump my way up the top here as Huds is having a little bit of an issue. He's getting a little bit of stucky-wucky on that one. Needs to make sure he's very careful with where he's going. I am surprised she didn't get bodied there, but that's fine. I can then switch to Tails. Nope, it's Banui that came out. Hello, Banui. Justice for the Banui.
Hello, Banui. And speaking of that, we've got a donation of 10 Canadian dollars from Cowboy Knuckles. That's 2 tickets to that Justice for Banui train, by the way. And they weigh in on the impromptu bid war by saying Knuckles is number 1. So that means we now have 2 donations in support of Rouge and 2 donations in support of Knuckles. They are tied. Will somebody please break this tie and potentially get us to that halfway point on the incentive? We are 80 Canadian dollars out of the 200 total that we need for that one to be met. So we are steaming along, but we've still got $20 until we get that halfway point. Can y'all beat Argick and Huds to the punch?
It's going to be
Exclamation
tight.
mark, donate in chat.
Racing against us as we get to the end. There's not long to go, I have to say. We're on the final set of stages. 316, 317, 336, 337, and then the final stage. The current crash count is 1 to Huds, 0 to Arg, but Arg's game was going really wonky in a few levels. Huds is just on the hardest stage in the game. Arg is about to try and follow. Manages it, very nice. It's such a dangerous jump to get under there, but if you do it, it's so damn smooth. And then we go to 317, where it is the race around the square once again. We grab our flight characters, we run our way in. It is literally neck and neck on the same levels here. It is actually probably going to come down to the crash or not at this point, which is going to be really cool. Because I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to go into the final stage and I'm going to hope that it doesn't crash. But it means we might actually finish together, or I might crash halfway through it and have to redo the stage again.
I swear, if you
We'll
get
have
another
to see.
crashless run.
If I get another crashless run, considering how this run is win, I will laugh.
Tails. I just flew completely over that green ring.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. You don't want to fly over things.
Yeah, I've never done that before.
I'm sorry, was that that's never happened before?
No, it was more I've never done that before.
Oh, fair enough.
I can't
Right, there we go.
attribute that one to the game. That's just me doing skill issue things.
Skill issue, understandable. Right, he's on the final Sonic stage here. 336. 336 is another big cookie stage. You want to run through it. It's the checkpoints. You got to be very careful with the timing of the jump there. You're getting a little bit of the starter now as well. Is that the game or was that Discord?
A little bit of the game.
Okay, yeah, so you're also getting it. So we are getting it at the point as well. That's the important thing here, is that the Apple TVs are equal opportunists. They will try and take your frames regardless of which racer you are on this. Hud's trying to get the lineup there, not quite getting the lineup he needs to go over this smoothly, but does have enough boost management, does have enough jumping, allows him to get over there, very smooth, and then on to the final Dream Shard stage of the run. We're gonna grab our final Tails one. This is the last Dream Orb that we need to get to finish the run. It is Dream Orb number 70. We finished with 71 because the final level, of course, gives you one as well. So we're gonna go through now. You've seen the flipping of the gravity. Imagine that you're just inside a giant GameCube. That's what I like to think of that one. I'm gonna fall down falls a little bit too early there, grabs the top one, but can save it by going down. So that's going to mess up the cycle a little bit on the platforms for HUDs, but should be able to make it back up there, which will be very, very smooth. So goes through, goes around, goes in. Nicely done. Ark's going to just jump down here with the Benui, gets the weird camera angle, but manages to make it. I'm going to do something funky here, which is just switch to tails. Yep, you knew it was coming, everybody. Oh, he gets it and he lands it. Nice. HUDs is about to go into the final stage now. The Nightmare Eggman. This is where everybody gets one segment of the course. It is the final fight of the run. Let's see if HUDs is able to handle it and get no crash on the stage. Arg, however, is about to just go and wing it as well. He is not going to say, he's not going to wait. He's just going in. The question is it smart? Or will I get a crash? We'll either get a crash right at the start of the level here, or we'll get the crash on the transition to Knuckles, or sorry, the transition after Knuckles, or the transition before the final segment. HUDs is going to race ahead at this moment in time. He is going to have Sonic's stage finish first. He's going to take the light dash trails. Once he's done the light dash trails, he's then going to jump into Rouge. We're going to have a little bit of speed tech in Rouge's section. First things first, want to fly through the 2 boost rings there. Once through the second boost ring, going to checkpoint. That is going to allow HUDs to get a little bit further in the level as the checkpoint spawns him there. He's then going to run with Rouge through a number of different segments here. Once he gets past the lasers and the jump, he's then going to do a jump, glide, and attack, which will allow him to get the homing attack and still boost. This is important because normally you're not able to use the boost once you've used it once, but this will allow him to continue boosting and save just that little bit extra time. It's all about the cycles on the boxes here, how fast you get to go through the level, and where things are going to be. Oh, I'm seeing a little bit of the star coming out there. That is not a good sign. Remember, we're at 1-0 on the crashes so far. We'll have to see what happens. Crashes are instantaneous. They usually just happen. There's no warning, there's no rhyme, there's no reason. Into Knuckles now. Having it towards the Knuckles side. Going to run, jump, and go through the sides here. The question is HUDs going to get the cycles here? So on the hands are very important. You want to jump off, go and checkpoint, and we boost, away we go. That's fine. Going to run away through. He's going to climb up to the top now. And then he's going to take it safe. Very smart play on this one. Want to go up, hit the springs, and away we go. You hit the springs, and then you just run it. And then he's going to go up to the side here. Needs to count. I'm going to let him count.
Be unsafe.
Counts to 16 for safety there to jump over onto the platform. He's now going to boost ahead. He's going to get towards the end there. Going to do a little bit of a nifty trick to jump and maintain as much boost as possible. As Arg is then going to come up his segment as well, trying to do a little bit of the counting as we run our way through. He doesn't remember what he's at. He's just playing a little bit safety, going a little bit higher than normal, but that's fine. As he goes on to the Benui stage, HUDs now has the Is For Me coming up with the Is For Me fingers. Look at the laser fingers when they come across there. You'll see exactly what we mean on that one. As we're then going to boost around. You're going to get some flight off with the Benui. The question is Arg going to be able to get the Benui boost? He gets the Benui boost. Ooh. Very nice. So both of us on the Benui with the Is For Me fingers. HUDs is going to take the head as he's going to run towards Big Blue. Because we love Big Blue. We love F-Zero. As we have the Is For Me. He is now done with the Benui. He's on to Amy. So Amy is now coming up. Amy is a giant, lanky runner on the, well, the lankiest hand here you can see. It's a big old hand. You're going to run all the
で
way
すね、もうお
along.
時間的には
The
ね、
problem is you
間
wanna
も
be
な
on
く
the
ラストか
insides
な
of
って
the
感じで
cylinder
す
to go
ね。
fast, but the game is sending obstacles to fight you. So I'm just imagining Big Blue. Some people always imagine Mute City, and if you're like me, you probably accidentally sing Mute City instead of Big Blue. So he's going to come up to the end. HUDs is unlikely, but the chance of a crash is not zero. Arg, however, is more likely to crash at this next transition point. HUDs is coming up to the final transition point of the run. He will be going back to Sonic as Tails has REM, the character we've never mentioned, but she's the controller of the Reverie. She's the one who's been trying to protect the Benui all this time. Hold tight, Tails. HUDs is getting the Nightmare. And then we will see if he is able to escape. Arg is right behind. Will Arg crash? Let's find out.
Come on, Crashless.
Rest in peace, you worms.
Huds is going towards the end
Let's
of the
also
level.
find out if chat is able to beat. This is your last second to beat Argick and Huds to the end of the run by getting to that halfway point on the incentive. We are 20 Canadian dollars away. Let's get it. And remember that the impromptu bid war in the comments, Knuckles versus Rouge, is tied. So if you'd like to swing that, go ahead and put your donation in and get on the Justice for Banui train. 5 Canadian dollars per ticket. Choo-choo.
Huds is unable to make the jump. Arg has overtaken.
What's going on?
A little bit later.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know why you can't make that. I just got it. Time for Arg now. Sorry, I should let you know time was coming. Huds is trying to get up. There you go.
Why wouldn't I grab?
I don't know why it wasn't grabbing. By the way, I got crashless.
Oh my god.
I don't believe it. I actually got crashless again. Huds coming up to the end of the run there. Huds is coming up on time. And time. Holy fudge there. That was phenomenal. I like that. That was great. GG's, mate. Well, we need to see
時間が
all about the
1時間
IGT, all about that
5分12秒ということで
So we're gonna go in and see who gets the time. Huds, when you're ready, we'll do it together. We'll have a look at the save file, and then we will allow Satan to take us out.
I am ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh, 54.45 for me.
51.56. I just set a new Glacialist world record.
Unbelievable.
That is a glitchless. That is the new glitchless world record. Oh, sorry. No, it's not.
Glitch.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
We
it's
did
not.
glitch.
No,
I'm an
it's not.
idiot. I'm an idiot.
not doing-
I'm getting too excited.
Ah,
Leave me
I'm an
alone.
idiot.
Leave me alone. I need to hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate. Leave me alone.
Still an incredible run, regardless.
No, the world record is your donation total. I'm getting too excited there because I saw my glitchless time in the middle and I'm going, wait a minute, that's faster than that. No, it's not. Arg, we did glitches. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm a fool. I'm an absolute fool.
ゲーム内タイマー
Too excited there. But yeah, 54.45 to a 51.56. The world record for glitched is 50.47 there. Ridiculous run. I don't know if I'll ever beat it. But for me, that I've said right now, this is my final race of Sonic Dream Team with Huds for now. For those of you that aren't aware, Sonic Dream Team is available on Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade is a subscription service. Right now, the only two people that I'm aware of that are actively playing this game are myself and Huds. We did an amazing lifetime attack where we fought for the record back and forward for many, many times. And then after it, I got a fire lit under my butt alongside the super swap jump that caused me to get the 50.47 that we have right now. Until Huds is able to come and kick my butt, which I have no doubt that he will do once he has time and is no longer a Matteo speedrunner. I have no doubt that he will come and take my record on this one. But for now, I would like to stop paying $6.99 a month to Apple, and especially when I'm only playing the game once a month. So I'm going to retire from the game at the moment, but the moment my record is beaten, or the moment that I have the time to come back to this, I absolutely will. Maybe we'll see it at other marathons, but for now, that was my retirement race.
GG's, mate. Amazing race.
And what an
Congrats on
incredible
winning.
race it was.
Well done.
GG. All right, for both of you, where can chat find you if they'd like to see more Sonic and other cool gaming?
You can see us in like 5 minutes when we commentate Supersonic's run. But no, in all seriousness, you can find me over at twitch.tv/Argick. I do a lot of Sonic speedruns. We do indie games. We also do our retro goodies. That does mean the new retros that come out as well, including, but not limited to, Mario Kart World. I need to find Baby Vark. But yeah, we do a whole bunch of stuff. We're having a lot of fun with it. Come and see what it is we're doing. Come and join us, especially as we try and get top 10. Our top 10 for this month is Sonic and the Secret Rings. You know, that game that has a Wiimote and you shake it a lot. It's a very strange speedrun. Huds, what about you, buddy?
You'll find me over at twitch.tv/HUD601. I'm currently doing one of my 3-month-long fundraisers that I do throughout the year. This month I'm fundraising for Bristol Pride to support LGBTQ+ people within the community. I've got all sorts coming up. I'm doing Sonic Dream Team. I do Sonic speedruns. I do Crash Bash speedruns with this numpty over here. I am, yes, going to be speedrunning Super Mario Bros. Later this month. God help me, for the one and only time. Although it's 2 streams of it. But yeah, we do lots and lots of amazing stuff. Thank you so much for taking all the comms for this one, and allowing me to save my voice. It's very much appreciated.
You're about to lose it for the next run, so that's fine. No, I appreciate it, mate. Like, happy to help out, glad to do the race, and hopefully I did you proud with it.
You did amazing. You've saved it enough that I will be able to commentate and lose my voice in the next one as I join the commentary team for that. But yeah, please do continue donating to this wonderful charity here on Prevent-A-Thon. It really is an amazing charity, and it looks like I owe you 10 Canadian dollars.
And I'll match you with it. I'll do it too. If any of the rest of you are able to match 10 Canadian to get that Metal Sonic incentive, please do. We'll do it right now. We'll get it read out during the next run. I'm going to stop doing Satan's job and let Satan take over.
You are absolutely wonderful, Argick. Absolute treasure. And you too, Huds. We are so honored to have you on as your retirement run. And also, that was just such a fantastic race. I also want to give an update that chat did come in under the wire there before your outros were done. They did hit 100. That halfway point on the incentive with this $20 Canadian donation from the Devonas, who says, "Go, go, Huds!" Woohoo, Argick! Speedrunning commentary on 2 runs at the same time. That must be a new category. Cannot agree more. That was absolutely incredible. And speaking of absolutely incredible, we have classic Sonic games coming up from Supersonic with these lovely people coming back on cast.
はい、ということでね、ドネーションの読み上げが進んでますが、ゲームの方が終了ということで、次はクラシックソニックトリロジーになるということでね、次のゲーム皆さんお待ちください。